They are 9-0 going into this Week 11 game versus the Buffalo Bills. Harrison Buckner is on the 4-week IR with his knee issue, right? He is getting it sculpted and getting it cleaned out, right? Juju should be back after battling that hamstring issue. The Kansas City Chiefs still do have their 2 starting receivers out, Rashee Rice and Hollywood Brown, and they have their starting quarterback out as well as Jalen Watson. Beyond that, they do have Patrick Mahomes hurt as well. And oh, by the way, Jay Pacheco is still not back. Everything is stacking up against the Kansas City Chiefs to lose this game this week. And oh, by the way, they have yet to play a complete game. They have yet to play a full 60-minute game all season long. And people have been waiting and have been wishing and have been hoping that the Kansas City fails this season. They want them to lose every week. They're tired of the Swifties. They're tired of the success. They're tired of like this. But guys, when we look at the Buffalo Bills versus the Kansas City Chiefs, is this the game that the Kansas City Chiefs lose? Is this the game that the Kansas City Chiefs have yet to play 60 minutes and finally going to come back and bite them in the butt? Is this the game? When we look at this game, everything points to the Kansas City Chiefs stumbling in this game. They're a 2-point underdog. Mahomes with the ankle injury. The wide receiver core not looking good. Not dominating that they have played anybody yet. They've only had 2 games when they've won by double digits versus the Saints versus the 49ers. They're not dominating anybody. The defense is playing top tier. They're ranked 4th in the NFL. They're winning a lot of games because of the defense. Offense may not be putting up a lot of points this season, but they're still a top 5 offense, currently ranked 10th in the NFL. 231 passing yards per game, 115 yards rushing, 24 points per game. And truth be told, all the pressure is on the Buffalo Bills. So as everything is pointing toward the Kansas City Chiefs to lose this game, to fail this game, to come crashing back down to reality, as my man Smash Mouth likes to say, this might be a game that they do slip up. Everything points to a slip up in this game. This is the game that they could, quote, get exposed. This is the game that the unbeaten record gets broken. This is the game that everyone starts hating on the Kansas City Chiefs. This is the game that Kansas City Chiefs might lose and should lose. It won't matter because there is such thing as a good loss. It takes the pressure of the 17-0 season off. It takes the pressure off of being the best team in the NFL. It takes the pressure on, oh, but you haven't done this. You haven't done that or whatever. It takes all that pressure off, right? So as the Buffalo Bills should beat the Kansas City Chiefs this week. As they should go in there and dominate the Kansas City Chiefs from start to finish. As they should do all this stuff. Will they? That is the question. Do you guys think this is the game that the Kansas City Chiefs finally get exposed? Do you guys think this is the game that the Kansas City Chiefs not being able to play a full 60-minute games finally comes back and bites them in the ass? Is this the game that the Kansas City Chiefs are finally like, maybe we're not as good as we thought we were? Is this the game that the rest of the media is like, maybe the Kansas City Chiefs aren't as good as we thought they were? Let me know, guys. Do you guys think the Kansas City Chiefs will take the L in this game? That's the real question. No bones about it, says Miami without their starting quarterback 4 weeks. Buffalo. Carson says, I think if anything, it kind of hurts them because they get better draft picks. I think all 6 guaranteed. Oh, we're talking about my bad. DJ Coda's in the chat. He says, KC will win with some terrible calls again. Hope my Bills win, though. All right, DJ Coda. I'm glad you brought out the referee situation. I'm glad you brought the, quote, horrible play calls or the horrible flags. What horrible flags and penalties had the Kansas City Chiefs cheated with last week? Or the week before that? Or the week before that? Right? Like, every team gets missed calls. It's the nature of the beast. That's what makes American sports so prolific, right? That's what makes replays sucky because you get the element of the human error out of it, right? That's why I used to like baseball, because if you piss off the umpire, bada bing, bada boom, all of a sudden that strike zone goes from here to here, right? It just, stop with the referee, stop. It is so overplayed. It is so overrated. Stop it. We're tired of it, DJ Coda. We are tired of this terrible call. Get a new freaking storyline, man. Get a new storyline. How about this? when the Kansas City Chiefs, how about this? Let me bring my homerness out. When the Kansas City Chiefs beat the Buffalo Bills, and there's a phantom pass interference call that could potentially cost you the game in the second quarter. In the second quarter, right? Not in the third quarter, not in the fourth quarter. It's 10 minutes in the second quarter. Chiefs, Patrick Mahomes throws the ball up. Terrible pass. He's thrown from a sack position, right? Like, whatever. Oh, defensive holding. Are you going to get upset then? Because, or is it only because of the fourth quarter calls? Like, where do you draw the line, DJ? Where do you draw that line? Like, you know what? First quarter's okay. Fourth quarter, that pisses me off. Bring that energy all game. Bring that energy all game, because there is going to be a bad call that changes the outcome of this game. There is going to be a bad call that changes the outcome of this game. Whether it's in the first quarter or the second quarter or the third quarter or 2 minutes left in the fourth quarter. It is going to happen. Maybe, just maybe, the ball never lies. Maybe, just maybe, your team just sucks. Maybe, just maybe, Fired Up Friday is here. Maybe, just maybe. Laura says, unfortunately, I think the Kansas City Chiefs are going to squeeze this W out. Gosh, that hurt to say. I want to see that big fat L on the Kansas City Chiefs list. And guys, I am with you. I am with you. Kansas City Chiefs deserve this L. They need this L. They need this L so we can get the pressure off of us. 17-0, who cares? Best team in the NFL, who cares? The only thing that matters is a three-peat, baby. Only thing that matters is a three-peat. They had like 5 wins on the back of bad calls. Oh, here we go. I can't say Chiefs only beat the Falcons because of a bad call. Man, get off the dicks of the referees, for crying out loud. And DJ says, I'm a Viking fan, so the other side of the refs suck too. Hey, that face mask call that the Rams got and didn't call, it changed the whole outcome of the game. Still had to drive 75 yards with 1 minute left with no timeouts. Come on. Come on, man. Come on. Carson says, how about the phantom illegal contact against the Broncos when the Broncos were there before the receiver had a chance to touch the receiver? Not even going to talk about it. 7-2, isn't it sucks? Minnesota Vikings.